So the equation how we get like y of n is equals to question given as x of n plus 1 by x of n minus 1. So y of n is equal to a1 into x1 of n plus a2 into x2 of n plus 1 by a1 into x1 of n minus 1 plus a2 into x2 of n minus 1. So if you see, this is the what we have gotten the LHS equation. If we compare both LHS and RHS equation, they are not equal. So the system it does not satisfy superposition theorem. So the system is said to be a non-linear system. So similarly, you have some problems in the notes. Please check to verify the superposition theorem when I share the material. Okay, there are 2-3 problems. And next, what is time variant and time invariant systems? So generally a system is said to be a time invariant or shifting variant if the characteristics of the system they do not change with time. So a system is said to be time invariant whenever the system it does not change with respect to time, it is said to be time invariant. So if it changes with respect to time, then it is said to be a variant system. So for that to test a given system, either it is time variant or time invariant system, first here the input sequence must be shifted with some k samples and the generated output sequence also shifted by k samples. Here there are some 3 steps to follow to test given system is a time variant or invariant system. So here the first 3 steps mainly. Here first step is we have to delay the input sequence. Okay, so and it is denoted with some y of n comma k. This is the first step, y of n comma k. We have to ఏదైతే మనకి క్వశ్చన్లో సిస్టమ్ ఇస్తారో ఆ సిస్టమ్ ఏం చేయాలంటే we have to delay the input sequence by some k samples, that is transformation of x of n minus k. This is the first step we have to verify when the question is given. So first we have to delay the input sequences. I am delaying the input sequence by k samples. Okay, next delay, second point, delay the output sequence by k samples. It will denote like just delay the output sequence by k samples means y of n minus k. Okay, now here I am delaying the output sequence by k samples and it is denoted as y of n minus k. And here the system is said to be time invariant system. ఎప్పుడు చెప్తామంటే this both y of n comma k is equal to this y of n minus k అయితే మనకి the system is said to be time invariant system, and if it is not equal it is said to be a time variant system. Okay, clear? So now we have to check, I will give one system, you have to check either the system is a time invariant or variant. So here one problem, one question is given like y of n is equals to x of n plus x of n minus 1. Okay, so the system it is given just like this. We have to test whether the system is a time invariant or variant. So here first what I have to do, first step is we have to delay the input sequence by some k samples. So here y of n comma k is equals to y of n comma k is equals to, so delay the input sequence means here what I am doing, x of n minus k, I am shifting the input samples only, plus x of where the n అనేది ఎక్కడ ఉందో అక్కడ n minus k పెడుతున్నా, అంటే ఓన్లీ ఇన్పుట్ సీక్వెన్స్ని డిలే చేస్తున్నా. సో n minus k minus 1. Okay, so this is what I have got y of n comma k sequence. Next second step is what, I have to delay the output sequence by k samples, that is y of n minus k. So y of n minus k means what, output sequence we have to delay. Okay, so in the place in y of n, so y of, what is the question given, y of n, what is the question, x of n plus x of n minus 1. Okay, so here in the n, in the place of n we are having n minus k. How we have write, x of n minus k in the place of n plus x of n minus k minus 1. Okay, so this is, so if we check the both y of n comma k and y of n minus k, they both are equal. So the system is said to be what, time invariant system. The system is said to be time invariant system. So all problems are just like that. So once when I share the notes, once check all the problems and solve all the problems. Okay, and these are about what are the systems. I think all systems are covered. Maybe two systems are not covered. Later they will be covered. Okay, and we are having some functions: unit step function, impulse function, and exponential function. And what are that functions? So here unit step function means the function it is used in sudden changes like switch. So here we call it as a unit step function, and it is represented by the letter. We are having three functions. One is unit step function, and second one is impulse function, and third one is exponential function. Okay, so here first if we see unit step function, this function mainly it is used in sudden changes like switch. Okay, and here the unit step function it is represented with the letter u of t, and in DSP it is this role, this unit step function plays very important role. You have to remind this condition for throughout the DSP. Okay, and here the condition u of t is equals to what? 1 t greater than or equals to 0 and 0 t less than 0. Okay, this is the condition for the unit step function. Okay, and which means that I can show it in graphical way also. Okay, so please remember this condition, that is u of t is equals to 1 for t greater than or equal to 0. For positive values the unit step function will be 1, for negative values the unit step function will be 0. This condition which means, and it's shown in graphical way like here the u of t with respect to t. So here which means that for positive values the unit step function will be 1, and this is denoted in continuous time interval, and in discrete time interval how it will be represented as, here u of n. In discrete time interval the time will be denoted as n, and on x-axis it will be represented, time variable is represented as n in discrete. In continuous time what happened, the time variable it will be represented as t, and here u of t, and here the signal also it will be represented as, here 1 means here discrete values, the signal will be represented as discrete values. So for here the unit step function will be described only for positive values. For positive values it will be 1, for here also for positive values it will be 1, so and for negative values it will be 0, so it will be not defined for the negative values. For negative values the output will be 0. This is what the unit step function. And next, if we are coming to impulse function, here the impulse function will be represented as del of t. Okay, so this del of t also what happens is 1 whenever t is equal to 0, and it is 0 when t is not equals to 0. Okay, so this is the impulse function here, and this is a condition for impulse function. You have to just remind it, at t equals to 0 it will be 1, at t not equals 0 it will be 0. It will be shown in graphical way also, just like in continuous and discrete manner. I will show here the del of t. Okay, del of t with respect to t, and in continuous time what happens, it is 1 only at 0. This is a continuous time representation. Okay, ct. And in discrete time representation, if we see del of n with respect to n, okay, here it will be represented as this, here it will be represented as dot, here it will be represented discrete value 0 and 1. Okay, here n with respect to del of n, this is discrete time nature, this is continuous time nature. This is the what the impulse function and condition and graphical way representation. Okay, and again if we see the exponential function, okay, third function is exponential function. Generally this exponential function it is used in growth and delay of the signals. Okay, and here the exponential function condition will be like e of t is equals to a into e power minus bt. Okay, this is the condition for the exponential function. Okay, and there will be decay exponential as well as growth exponential. So what happens is here decay exponential, if we consider the decay exponential, the signal will be like this. Okay, and here the condition is like this is exponential function e of t. Okay, for if b greater than 0, this is the exponential function, that is decay signal. And coming to growth signal, that is t with respect to e of t. Okay, if b less than 0, there will be a growth signal. This is growth signal. this is decay signal. Okay, these are the two signals, exponential function we are having. Okay, these are the three functions, that is unit step function, impulse function, and exponential function. These are the three important functions. Okay, and also in systems we are having another two systems. The systems, coming to systems, we are having like a linear, non-linear, casual, non-casual. So we have not completed another two systems I have said. These are based on these conditions. We have to know the functions, impulse, step. That's why before I have said the topic, and later I am discussing another two systems, that is FIR and IIR systems. So here, what is FIR system and IIR system? Here the abbreviation of FIR system is a finite impulse response system, and IIR system is a infinite impulse response system. Okay, so here the finite impulse response system is what? So generally here the linear time invariant systems, LTI systems, we call it as a LTI systems, linear time invariant systems. They are classified into based on the type of impulse response, they are classified into two types. Okay, one is FIR system, one is IIR system. Okay, so FIR is finite impulse response system, IIR is infinite impulse response system. So here the finite impulse response system is nothing but the impulse response of the system. It is of finite duration. If it is of in the name it suggests FIR. FIR means finite impulse response. If the response of the system is of finite duration, then the system is said to be finite impulse response system. So finite impulse response means here the output h of n is equals to what? 1 for n is equals to minus 1 comma 2, and it is 2 for n is equal to 1, for 3 for n is equals to 0, 3. Okay, 0 for otherwise. So here if we check the h of n values, what it has, if n is equal to minus 1 comma 2, it will be 1. For n equal to 1, it is 2, which means that the system, it is defined for all values. It is defined for all values. Then this kind of impulse response system, h of n is called as impulse response. Okay, for this kind of values, we can say that this system is a FIR system, that is finite impulse response system. And what is IIR system? That is infinite impulse response system. So which the solution, it cannot be defined, it is not defined, which means that there will be like if we see like 9 what if we divide some 3 with 33 or something, we'll be getting like value 33.333333, just like that. So which is not complete answer. So IIR system is also just like that. It is having the impulse response for infinite duration. For example, the equation like h of n is equals to a power n into u of n. This is the example of infinite impulse response system. Okay, so generally for C09 syllabus, the derivations of this impulse response system also is there, but for the C14 curriculum, they have reduced everything. Okay, so there is no derivation for you, this just only the definitions of FIR and IIR system. What is FIR system, what is IIR system? FIR system, it is defined only for the finite duration systems, and IIR system, it is defined only for the infinite duration systems. Just simple, just give the examples for that. And this is what the FIR and IIR systems. And coming to the stable and unstable systems. Okay, stable and unstable system. So what is stable system, what is unstable system? Okay, so generally a system, LTI system, it is said to be stable if it produces a bounded output sequence for every bounded input sequence. Okay, and an LTI system, it is said to be stable if it produces a bounded output sequence for every bounded input sequence. Okay, so bounded output sequence, bounded input sequence aithe system stable. For లేకపోతే if it produces unbounded output sequence for a bounded input sequence, then the system is said to be unstable system. So bounded output sequence వచ్చింది for a bounded input sequence కి అంటే system stable అంటాం. Unbounded output sequence వచ్చింది for a bounded input sequence అంటే system unstable అంటాం, అంతే. So here we are having one condition also, necessary and sufficient condition for a system to be stability. Very important condition this is. Summation n equals to minus infinity to infinity, h of n is less than infinity. This is very very important condition for a systems to be stable or unstable. And we are having also one problem here. There is one problem here to test whether the system is a stable or unstable system. The problem which is given just like that, h of n is equals to 1 by 2 whole power n into u of n. This is what the given system. Okay, so what is the condition for for stability condition, that is summation n equals to minus infinity to infinity, h of n is less than infinity. So what is h of n, the question they have given, so we have to substitute that is summation n equals to minus infinity to infinity. What is h of n? 1 by 2 whole power n into u of n. Okay, this is what the question. Here what I am doing is I am extending the limits minus infinity to 0 and 0 to infinity. So what happens, summation n is equals to minus infinity to 0 1 by 2 whole power n into u of n plus summation n equals to 0 to infinity 1 by 2 whole power n into u of n. Just I am writing the limits extension, that is minus infinity to infinity. I am writing it as minus infinity to 0 and 0 to infinity. Okay, so next coming what is I am having the equation in n equals to minus infinity to 0 0 1 by 2 whole power n into u of n. Okay, 1 by 2 whole power n into u of n plus summation n equals to 0 to infinity 1 by 2 whole power n into u of n. So what is the unit step function? It states it is defined only for the positive values. For negative values it is 0. So minus infinity to 0, what is the u of n value? 0. So 0 into something 0, this is total 0. And here it is defined only for positive values. What is value for positive values? 1. So 1 into anything 1. So how we can write it as, what is the equation we left over is 0 plus summation n equals to 0 to infinity 1 by 2 whole power n. అంతే కదా, 1 by 2 whole power n into 1. u of n value for positive values is 1. So this is what we left over the equation. So what if we extension this limit, that is summation n equals to 0 to infinity 1 by 2 whole power n, we have to extension this equation. So what we get by sum of n terms formula 1 by 1 minus a for like 1 plus a plus a square plus ఇలా ఉంటే ఏంటి, సమ్ ఆఫ్ n టర్మ్స్ ఫార్ములా ఇది. సో దీని నుంచి మనకి ఎలా రాయొచ్చు అంటే, దీన్ని సమ్మేషన్ n ఈక్వల్స్ టు 0 టు ఇన్ఫినిటీ, క్వశ్చన్ ఏముంది మనకి 1 by 2 హోల్ పవర్ n అని ఉంది. ఓకే, దీన్ని ఎలా రాయొచ్చు అంటే 1 ప్లస్ 1 by 2 ప్లస్ 1 by 2 హోల్ స్క్వేర్ ప్లస్ 1 by 2 హోల్ క్యూబ్ ప్లస్ సో ఆన్, ఇలా ఉంది. సో వాట్ ఈస్ ద సమ్ ఆఫ్ n టర్మ్స్ ఫార్ములా? 1 by 1 minus a. So in the place of a, what we are having? 1 by 2. So if we substitute this, what happened? 1 by 1 minus 1 by 2. So what is this? We get 2. So the system we are having what? The system for system to be said to be stable. What is the condition? H of n must be what? లెస్ దాన్ ఇన్ఫినిటీ. సో ఇన్ఫినిటీ కన్నా తక్కువ ఉంది కదా, 2 అనే వాల్యూ వచ్చింది కదా. సో సిస్టమ్ ఏమని చెప్తాం ఇప్పుడు? సిస్టమ్ని స్టేబుల్ సిస్టమ్ అని చెప్తాం. సో ద గివెన్ సిస్టమ్ ఈజ్ సెడ్ టు బి వాట్? స్టేబుల్ సిస్టమ్. ఓకే, this is what the stable and unstable system. One problem also we have derived on the stable and unstable system. Okay, and we left over with what here even and odd signals, and what is even signal and what is odd signal. So here even signal is nothing but it is symmetrical about vertical axis, and odd signal is symmetrical about horizontal axis, and even signal it is defined by the function just like x of minus t is equals to x of t అయితే even signal అని చెప్తాము. అండ్ ఆడ్ సిగ్నల్ అంటే ఏంటంటే x of minus t is equals to minus x of t, దీన్ని ఏమని చెప్తామంటే ఆడ్ సిగ్నల్ అని చెప్తాము. ఓకే, ఇది ఈవెన్ సిగ్నల్, ఇది ఆడ్ సిగ్నల్ అనమాట. అండ్ మీకు ప్రాపర్టీస్ ఆఫ్ ఈవెన్ అండ్ ఆడ్ ఫంక్షన్స్ కూడా ఉన్నాయి, మీకు ఇచ్చిన నోట్స్లో చదవండి. అండ్ జస్ట్ ఈవెన్ ఫంక్షన్స్ అంటే ఏంటి? ఎక్స్ స్క్వేర్, ఎక్స్ పవర్ 4 కాస్ ఎక్స్, సైన్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్ స్క్వేర్, ఇవన్నీ ఈవెన్ ఫంక్షన్స్. అండ్ కండిషన్ కూడా ఉంది ఒకటి చూసుకోండి, వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ కండిషన్, ప్రాపర్టీస్ ఆఫ్ ఈవెన్ ఫంక్షన్ అండ్ ప్రాపర్టీస్ ఆఫ్ ఆడ్ ఫంక్షన్. ఓకే, దీస్ ఆర్ ద ఈవెన్ అండ్ ఆడ్ సిగ్నల్స్. అండ్